Okay, so it's not every day we get quite a comprehensive job to do. We do so much just superchargers, but our customer needed a few alterations on his Rocket 3. So we put it on the dyno, and restricted by the factory, this bike made a cool 80 horsepower. 2.3 litres and 80 horsepower. Seems all wrong, doesn't it? Anyway, he wanted it supercharged. Not only did he want it supercharged, he wanted supercharged stage 2, which means we've got an intercooler. There's a supercharger on our normal bracket, but we now run a separate intercooler and radiator. And in addition to that, he wanted our big bore exhaust. So underneath these standard shields is an exhaust system where the pipework is a good 6mm bigger on primaries and secondaries. So instead of, and in fact down here where there's normally a 42mm outlet, there is now a 63mm outlet. His exhaust system was rotted away, so we went to Dave Platt, and Dave Platt gave us some really nice exhaust systems. These stainless steel pipes got bigger bore, so they're going to flow well. So the whole exhaust package now is ready for the supercharger, and the amount of air that's going to have to pass through it. So we've got all those on. That's all looking good. He wanted Brembo brakes on it, so we've revised the caliper on the back. We've got a nice twin pot brake on the back. That's all nicely finished. What else is going on? So in addition to that, the bike has seen some proper use, so there's some corrosion. All the fork legs were all corroded and in a nasty state. So the fork legs, we've cleaned and polished them up and lacquered them. And so now they're better than new. And of course, we're now on the last legs of, before we put it back on the dyno to see what she gives, we're on the last legs where we put in Brembo calipers on the front. So we're in the process of making adaptive brackets for the caliper to fit on the bracket and the bracket to fit on the bike. So that all fits in there. I think this is the one for the other side, but anyway, so we're hoping that not only will it go a lot better, it'll also stop a lot better. In addition to that, he does some miles on the bike, so he's very conscious of fuel consumption. He rides quite hard, so the fuel consumption with the supercharger is going to be greater than it was before with 80 horsepower. So we're now going to also fit a circular tank on the back and feed fuel through to the main tank, and he'll have a reserve switch, and when he runs low on fuel he can pump petrol from his tank here up into this tank, which will get him out of trouble if he finds he's short with no petrol station in sight. So we're 95% there. We know the supercharger is going to give him probably 300 horsepower. So it will give him a big surprise compared to what he's been running with. It should be quite a hoot once he gets back on it. And he's a really lovely guy. And, you know, we've tarted up lots of things of the engine and parts to bring it back up to a nice standard. I think we've probably got another week's work and we'll have it all done for him. Nice job.